So I guess, I don't know, when ESPN asked to have a live feed, was that, I don't know, a sign that you
It's a
were
good
in?
sign. Yeah, it's a good sign. It's you never know when you're kind of sitting on the bubble, but I felt after kind of what happened last year, where it was they looked a lot at the RPI. I knew we couldn't slide that much from based on where we were at, and yeah, we stayed kind of in that 40 range, and it proved to be correct. So it was good. I told the team, it was a good year. There's top 8 in the conference is really tough to do. It was the toughest. We talked to all the coaches in the conference, the toughest it's ever been, and I thought the conference was rewarded with that too. And Washington getting in too, I think was great. So hopefully we can do some damage as the Big Ten. Lots of good teams out there though, and UNI is one of them. So ready for them on Friday.
I mean, being confident, maybe comfortable in your spot, did you have any doubts at the end? I mean, just with the results not going your way?
You never want to end that way, of course, but as we say every week, Big Ten's good. I mean, no matter where you're at, and again, you look at results towards the end. You got Ohio State pushing, Wisconsin to 5, and almost pushing Minnesota to 5. So it's just what the conference is and always has been. And I texted all the Big Ten coaches. I said, congrats to everyone on a great year. It's by far my 8 years as a head coach and 4 as an assistant. So 12 years in the conference. It's definitely been the hardest it's ever been. And just every single night was a battle. And I'm appreciative of that. That's what makes you better and what puts you in position to be in these spots and to have a real shot at doing something in the tournament.
So I guess, what does that maybe mean for this team now that they don't have to play a Big Ten team, at least right away?
Yeah, not right away. Again, everyone's good. UNI presents a different challenge. They've been at the top of the conference for a long time. Bobby's been there for 25 years. They're a great team. Played against them a few other times. I think once here back in, I believe it was 18, and another time when I was in Minnesota. And I've seen them a bunch too, and so it's they're first to handle. And Louisville, presumably after that, also a very good team who's been at the top of their conference. So it's just everyone's good. I think the biggest thing is we're just used to the environments and we're used to the battles. And so if you do get down or if you have a team going on a run against you, you're used to it. And I think that's the biggest thing. We've seen many different types of volleyball this year. People run different speeds. You got 6'8", 6'9". You got a whole bunch of different things that you end up seeing that prepare you for these moments.
And stylistically, is UNI similar to the team you faced?
They're a little bit. I think they're a little bit like Western Kentucky. They kind of do what they do, and they're going to force you to stop them. So their offense, I think, is pretty efficient. And we got to be concerned about scoring points on ourselves. They have a good defense, and it's been a while since they've seen a team like us, and it's always going to come back down to the serve and pass battle though. And they're a good serving team, so we got to get back into a groove ourselves a little bit with that. But I feel comfortable about kind of where the team's at and what the matchup looks like.
Is there anything you identified in this last month of matches that maybe needs to be different or better or corrected?
No, not really. I mean, of course you want to play better and better as the year goes on, and we were playing some good ball. We were just playing against good teams. I mean, we finished the season with 2 top 10 teams at their home. You get number 15 here. Arguably, we should have taken that match to 5. Indiana played great, so you want to be playing better, in any given moment, really. But we still have a lot of really good moments in there that we push really good teams to the brink, and you got to have that. It ends up being 3 sets by 2 points. We came out with a lot of our 5-setters this year. That's a big deal. Obviously, that proved a big thing in pre-conference play. Obviously in conference play too, but just the fact that you're able to grind a battle is a big deal. So that's what we're looking forward to, and we know the tournament's gonna give that to us.
What does the week look like for you guys logistically?
We don't play till Friday, so we'll take off tomorrow, and there's no real time change acclimation. It's a fairly easy bus ride for us, so it'll just be about getting out there and just kind of getting some of the tournament experience too, and having some meals together. And you do a bit more film. You have a bit more time to do that, as opposed to you're going from one coast to the other, or you're trying to go between Friday, Sunday, or back to back. So for us, it's just going to be about enjoying the moment a little bit too. It's a big deal to get to this. You miss out last few years, and it's not that easy to do. But as I say, if they're easy, everyone would do it, and it's not. And so we're here. We want to appreciate every moment that we got, but obviously we're going to come ready to play on Friday.
Is that different for you as a head coach, to appreciate the moment a little bit more than when you started and first got into tournaments?
No, I mean it's really every year is different. I mean it's presented different challenges, and even though we return Reina and we return a few other players, every year is just presented different challenges, and I tell the team all the time it's how you respond to those challenges what kind of makes you, and so it's just something I'm proud of them. I'm proud of every single team that's kind of walked through here, and the tournament run or the ability to make the tournament somewhat within your control, mostly within your control. Sometimes it's not, and you have to be okay with that. And then you have another, whatever it is, 8 months to try to get back there, right? And so this team really put in the work and the effort. I'm always appreciative of every team that's come through. I've always been proud of how they've worked and how they fought, and that's what we demand. And sometimes it's going to go your way, sometimes not. So, yeah, I'm very appreciative of the opportunity though, and I always like our chances once we get to the tournament. Like I said, playing the Big Ten, press you for that, and this team's ready.
End of your college careers, handful of seniors, I guess. What was their reaction to getting to play at least another game in their college careers?
Oh, I think they're excited. They're probably a little more worried than I was about making it in, for them, it means a lot, obviously, to finish your career in that way. And as we were saying before practice, there's 280 some odd teams that are sitting home right now and not practicing, and to be one of the 64 that you're able to do that, you obviously feel blessed, and for this group of seniors, really special for them as well, especially for a player like Reina, who's done a lot for us the last couple of years, and maybe it's kept her out of some of the All-American conversations. It's kind of been the thing where you got to be in the tournament to make All-American. And we talked about that. Hey, it's about the team win, not just about individual performances. But obviously, her performance helps us get to where we need to go, and hopefully, she's honored for that as well.
Coach Keegan talked about maybe shifting to a 17-game schedule with an in-season tournament. Do you have any thoughts on that?
Yeah, we talk about lots of things in our head coaches meetings. We have some saying that, and we have an opinion on it. I think it'd be interesting to see what everyone's opinion is after this year. With the travel and everything else, but it's the sport's rising. It's good TV audience. You see, we get a lot of people in our gym, all the gyms across the country. So it's tough to say people are going to give up home games for a tournament, but that's up to all the coaches and the administrations and the conference and what they want to see. So
all Big Ten stuff comes out tomorrow. Any expectations for what that might bring for this team?
Yeah, I mean, I think we have a few players who had some really special years, but no matter what that looks like, it's I kind of go back to it's just about a team game, and Reina can't get to where she's at if she doesn't have people around her, coaches, players, teammates, strength coaches, nutritionists, everything else, and I think our freshmen had some special years too. So I hope they get announced and where they should be, and but obviously I vote and there's a lot of good players on this list, and it can make it tough to kind of get through. And so I hope the conference recognizes the special players that we have, just as I did for the other teams, and hopefully we get some good calls tomorrow.
Heard any from fans that are going to make the trip to?
I think we got a good contingency. I believe we're bringing the band, and I know I haven't talked to the networkers quite yet. I was just texting with a bunch of people yesterday, but I think we're going to have a good amount of people making it. And it's good it's in the Yum Center too. It's get a little more capacity, get a lot of fans in there. We have some alums that are over there as well. We always look forward to seeing them. I thought we had a great turnout last time, and we were at Kentucky, and looking forward to it again.
Pictures.
All right,